Hi guys, today in this video, I'm going to teach you on how to make your first game in C++. Well, today we will be making a basic Pacman game using C++ language. Without further ado, let's go to our compiler. Here we will be using CX6 Droid, which is a good compiler using mobile phone. And then we're going to erase this one. And then we're going to make our header first, which is hash include iostream using namespace std, and then we have our main int main, and then close brace. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make an array, a string array, which we're going to store our map. String array, let's say we have 15. This is a two-dimensional array. And then declared our variable x and y. So that's all you need to declare for now. And then, well, let's move on. We're going to make our first for loop. Let's have comment first. Let's name it storing. Let's name it storage of the map. And then let's have a for loop here. For x is equal to 0 and x is less than to 15, which is our maximum number of elements, and then we have increment x. And then inside for loop we have another nested for loop, which is we'll be using the y variable. So y equals to 0 and y is less than to 15, and then we have y plus plus. Okay, after that we're going to pass the value of x and y to our array. So we have here cout are x and y. Okay, and then run this program. We have some error. Let's try to figure out what it is. Okay, we're going to name it R. Okay, and then now we're going to copy this for loop. Just copy this, and then below make a comment. Let's say designing the map, and then another comment there. Let's say printing the map. Okay, and then here paste the code here. Also in this part paste it. And then next we're going to delete this one since we're not going to output. Delete this one first. And in here okay, we're going to add here a space, and then here we're going to have a new line. Let's run this program first. Okay, program finished. And then in this part, which I put a comment designing the map, this part is here we can design our map. So we're going to make a top and bottom border. To do that, let's have an if statement. Let's say if x is double equal to 0, say or x is double equal to 14. As you see, our number of elements is 15. However, in array, the index started from 0, so it ends up to 14. And then let's have here r x and y is equal to, let's say, hash. And then run this program. As you see, we've made our top and bottom border, and then now we're going to make our left and right border. To do that, just copy this block of code. Just copy the if. Let's undo this. Just copy the if statement, copy, and then below paste it. Paste. Instead of F, you see we're using F. Let's change it to else if. And then instead of X, we're going to change it to Y, since we're going to make a border in our right and left corner. So run this program. Okay, as you see in our right border, it doesn't appear on the right since we haven't made an else statement. So now we're going to make our else statement. Let's say else. And then let's have here r x and y is equal to, let's say, this dot. And then run this program. So as you see, we already have a map now. And then we're going to make some sort of obstacles. We're going to make an obstacles of our map. So we have else if, let's say if x is double equal to 5 and y is greater than 2 and y is less than, let's say, 10, and then we're going to have, just copy this one here, copy this, paste it here, run the program. As you see, we already now have an obstacle inside our map, and then we're going to add another obstacle. Copy this if else statement, copy, and below paste it below. Instead of 5, we're going to change it to maybe, let's say, 9. Run this program. Okay, now we already have 2 obstacles. And then copy this again. Only this part, copy. And then paste it below. And then instead of x, we're going to change it to y. And here, instead of y, change it to x. As well as this one, change it to x. If we run our program, this is what will happen. So we're going to make another obstacle. So copy this one here. Copy. Paste. Let's say we're going to change it to, I'm going to make it to 12. And now we already have a obstacle. And then now I want to copy this again for the last time. Copy this part. Maybe I'm going to change to, let's say, 3. Run this program. Okay, oh no. Maybe I could change it to, let's say, 2. I don't want that kind of obstacle. Let's say 2. Still not good. Maybe I could change it to 1 and then make it to less than, let's say, less than 6 maybe. Not bad. Okay, and now what we're going to do is inside the else statement we're going to make our portal. Let's say this one is our portal, so we have, let's say, let's say the coordinates of our portal, let's say we have 12 by 12. Let's say I wanted to put it in the coordinates 12 by 12, and then I want our portal to look like this one. So if we run this program, now we already have our portal in the coordinates of 12 by 12, and now we're going to make our Pacman. To make our Pacman, let's go back and declare two variables. Let's say we have int n and m, and here add. Okay, run this program first. Let's assume that I want my Pacman to appear in the top left corner. So in order to do that, I'm going to make this 3, and this one I'm going to make it, let's say, 2, and then we're going to make our Pacman here. In the printing the map, let's have R, N, and M, and make it equal into this one. This one is our Pacman. So okay, as you see, we already have our Pacman in the map. Now, since we already have our Pacman, what we want to do is we want to make that move. So in order to do that, let's make a while here. Let's say while and make it to true. True, which means an infinite loop. Since our condition is true, so the while loop will never end unless there is a break. And here, let's declare our variable. Let's say int move. No, I'm not going to make it int. Let's make it a character variable. Let's say we have car move. And then here we're going to ask the user to run this program. Okay. And in the while statement, we're going to ask the user to enter a move. So we have, let's say we have cout \n. Let's say we have enter move, and then we have cin, which we're going to store the value that being inputted by the user, and then we'll name it our variable that we've declared, which is move. And then I want to copy this one. You see this part? I want to copy this part and paste it inside our for loop. Here below the move. Here, paste it here. Just paste it. Okay, and then here we're going to make a condition. Let's say if we press S, so we're going to make, wait, let's say our condition is if move is double equal to, let's say, S, and then we're going to increment our n variable because n stands for the x-axis, so we're going to increment our n, no, rather y-axis, and so let's have incrementation here. Run this program. This is what will happen. You see that our Pacman moves, but it looks like a snake. In order to remove that another at in the current position, so it will not look like a snake, we're going to add some condition here inside. Let's say we have if n is greater than 0, let's have here r n minus 1, which is the current position, m equals n minus 1, m equals, let's have here a space. If you run this program, you see the at disappears, and then what we're going to do is we're going to clear our screen since we don't want that kind of output. So we're going to add here connew.h, and then in the printing the map here, this part, add a CLS, clear screen, okay. If we run this program, you see the current map is being cleared every time we move. So now, since we already done our first condition, which is the S, now we're going to make another one we're going to make from another direction. Let's say the opposite direction of S is W. Instead of n++, we're going to change it to minus minus. And then instead of n minus 1, we're going to change it to n plus 1. And if we run this program, save this first. Run this program. You see in the map, our Pacman moves upward whenever we press W, and it moves downward whenever we press S. And now we only have two conditions left that we haven't made. Copy this code first. Copy, and below, I'm going to paste that code below. Instead of W, we're going to change it to A. Instead of n minus minus, we're going to change it to m. And here, change it to m plus 1. And then run this program. Oh, sorry. Also here, change it to m. Okay, if we run this program. Okay, it works. And then go back. Copy this code here. Copy. And then paste it in this part. Instead of A, we're going to change it to D, since we're going to the right direction. And M minus minus, change it to plus, plus plus, and N plus 1, change it to minus 1. If we run this program, save this first, since my compiler is a little bit lag. Okay, my compiler seems not working. We're going to reload that one. Okay, recent files. Run this program. And then let's move. As you see, our Pacman is moving in different direction. Now we're going to go to our portal, which is the 0. You see, nothing happens because we haven't made any condition. So in that case, we're going to make a condition whenever we go to our portal. So here, we're going to make if r n and nm is double equal to, let's say, 0, which is our portal. What we want to do is we're going to print something. Let's say we have finish. And then we're going to clear the screen. Clear screen. Okay. And if we run this program and go to our portal, let's say we're going to our portal. So this is what will happen if we go to our portal. Oops, nothing just happened. Let's see what mistake we have done. If r, n, and m is double equal to 0, set finish and then break. Let's have a break here. Say run this program. Okay, you see it output finished. Now we also want to have run this program. We also want to have a game over function whenever our Pacman goes in the border or in the obstacles, which is the hash sign. So to do that, just simply copy this statement. This one. Copy this if here, copy, and then paste it below or even in top. You can also do that. So paste, and then instead of 0 here, change it to hash sign, and then instead of finish, change it to game over. Let's say game is over. If we run this program, what happened is, so we're going to go, okay, some error, run this, okay, game is over. Now, since we're almost done, we want to add score whenever our Pacman eated that small dot. To do that, let's declare here, in the top, let's declare int score is equal to 0. And then here in the printing the map, let's have here cout And it's up here score is and our variable score. And then below have a new line, and then copy this code and then paste it in the loop where inside our while. Here, this part, copy in this part below the game over function, paste, and if we run this program, this is what will happen. Okay, we haven't made any condition, so we're going to make a condition here below the game over part. Let's have if r n and m is double equal to our food, which is this one is our food. So we're going to have our variable score incremented by 1. Then if we run this program, okay, my compiler a little bit lag, so let's refresh it. Resync files, run this program. As you look in the top right corner, you see that our score incremented by 1 whenever we hit this small dot. And if we go back, you see our score is not incrementing. It's not added 1 because we're not hitting that small dot. However, if we go here, we're hitting the small dot. Our score again is incremented by 1 each time we hit this small dot. Now if we go to our portal, finished, and then we also want to print score in the finish, so we're going to have copy this score here, copy in our finish function. Let's add here score, paste. Also in the game over, let's add a score. Okay, if we run this program and go to our portal, finish score 18. So this is how simple to make a basic Pacman game in C++. Anyway, if you like this video, please consider subscribing, and please also click the notification bell, since in the future I'm going to upload more and more videos. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching.